Okay, autobiography of Rebecca Baya Kapili. You're interrupting me. Okay, I was born in Apusing, Alcala, Cagayan, Philippines, on February 9, 1950. My mother, Gertrudis, is a native of this place, and my father, Julio Abaya, is from Candon. His father, Attorney Mariano Abaya, died when Julio was still young. His mother, Magdalena Abaya, was married again to Agaton Teano.
Teano.
Oh, Teano. That's how Teano. There's the connection. They have two children, Filomeno and Trinidad.
Oh, my mom.
Okay. Okay. Filomeno's son, Andring, now lives in New York. Trinidad's daughter, Ida. That's the connection. On the travel agency in Chicago. Julio was not in good terms with his stepfather. A relative, Severino Mendoza, brought him to Alcala, Cagayan. Lakay Binong, as he was called, became the first president of Alcala, now called a mayor. Oh, used to be president. President of Alcala, now called mayor. Now you know it. Mayor, president. Okay. After his term as president, Kapitan Binong became a comprador de tabacalera. The chief product in Cagayan at that time was tobacco. Tobacco.
Okay, we have 3 pages more.
Together with his wife and young Julio, they built a big almacen in Apusing, on the eastern side of the Cagayan River. To make the story short, the house of my mother, Gertrudis, was a neighbor. According to my mother, she was forced to get married for she was still young. It was an arranged marriage.
She was only 13 years old. Crazy.
When I was born, my parents moved to the western side of the river. I started and finished grades 1 to 5. Then I went to the centro of Alcala and finished grades 6 to 7. I boarded in a parsonage. The Methodist pastors are Benito Tovera and Pastor Blanco. The church was built in the barrio Apusing for the people in Centro were diehard Roman Catholics. However, the people in Tupang who were Protestant held services in the parsonage. After graduating in the elementary grades, I went to Tuguegarao to enroll in high school. I stayed with Nana Pasing Mendoza, the daughter of Kapitan Binong. She has a newly opened drugstore. When I was second year high school, she got married to Dr. Oscar Catolico from Amulong, Cagayan. They had a daughter, Libby. Huh?
Lady.
Lady. I graduated from high school in 1934 when I took up postgraduate. Then I took up postgraduate in normal training school under Miss Kunamon.
Okay. Kulangot.
Kunamon. Oh, nakulang.
Never mind, right?
It's okay. Go okay.
Okay, okay.
I should just read it.
Graduated in 1936 with an elementary teacher's certificate. I also finished English 1 to 4 under Mr. Juan Manuel.
Spanish 1 and 2.
Spanish? English? Later became Secretary of Education and Spanish 1 and 2 under Miss Quinto. At that time, it was hard to get a teacher's job. So, while waiting for a position to teach, Nana Pasing convinced me to take summer classes in hair science in Manila. So, the beauty parlor society's beauty parlor was added to the drugstore in Farmacia Pass. Every year, a carnival was held in Tuguegarao, the capital of Cagayan province. All the towns were involved in the beauty contest and all school children were also having programs. Nana Pasing was the director of the carnival.
Carnival.
Yeah, carnival. 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 Okay, carnival.
Like, yeah. It's still on page 1.
She was kept busy going to Manila to second page. To get things needed and for things to sell. She has to employ as a pharmacist to take charge of the drugstore. She employed Juan Antonio, a pharmacist, and at the same time a teacher in high school. Since he had limited time for the drugstore, on his leisure time he taught me all the things to be done in the drugstore to take his place when he is out. I was then trained to be pharmacy clerk. Oh, you're wrong. You're tied. To keep the pharmacy records and sometimes fill simple prescriptions. I had worked in the drugstore with the Mang Crisologo, who was the dispatchador. I stayed dispatchador. I stayed with the Catholico family for 13 years. The beauty parlor was so busy at the time, especially during carnival days.
Carnival.
Carnival. then the war broke out and we evacuated to the barrio. When the Japanese invaded the town to Tuguegarao, we all went to the western side of the Cagayan River, then went to Acosing. Mang Toyang stayed with me while the Catholico family went to Tuao, where the government was established. The Japanese government governed us for 4 years. At about the liberation time, Eliseo Capili arrived from concentration camp and from Camarines Sur, where the Japanese employed him after his release from the prison camp. Then, before being called to active duty to the army, we got married by the Methodist minister, Abunjo Cardenas, at the little hut in evacuation place.
Yay! That's our Lola.
Husband, Eli, Seo, was with the guerrilla, while Mang Toyang, Siling, and I went to Tuguegarao and built a small hut and began the beauty parlor business. Then your papa resigned from the army and got employed back in forestry. Then we were able to buy a lot near a municipal building where we have now our house, where all of our 6 children were born. We had the Rebecca's Beauty Parlor, a refreshment store, Rebecca's Cold and Hot Spot. Cold and Hot -2.
Is this right?
No.
It's supposed
No,
to be
it's
hot
hot and cold spot.
and cold spot.
You gotta fix it.
It's cold. Yeah, it's
You gotta edit it.
hot and cold.
Okay, don't worry. She's It's okay, she's still the winner. Okay. We thank the Lord for, with the beauty parlor business, we were able to help our kids finish their schooling as the following.
So
Rebeng, a sister of Eliseo, BS Education and Home Economics. Sing, yung tanapos na sing.
Christina.
Teaching.
Teaching.
Teacher.
Yeah, teacher.
Spin.
what is hers?
Spin.
ETC. Ano ETC?
Educational.
Lisuot ka pa yun.
ETC. Oreo, another brother.
Oreo.
BSE in Manila. Helen, the youngest sister, nursing. Erlinda, midwife, another sister. Pedong, agriculture, not finished, got married. Emmy and Roland, finished high school. Sponsored 2 deaconesses to finish their course. Tibang Ragingan, dressmaking. Lydia Baya, manicurist, Q4. The house that you can still see was acquired in 1947. It was a small house, 5 by 6 meters, owned by an American. When he transferred to Tuguegarao after the war, we bought it, including the lot. We then built a kitchen and then a porch. It was a chalet. Then we had 3 chalet. You know what chalet? Okay, chalet.
May salat pa ako noon. May salat.
Then we added 3 meters to one side along Gomez Street for the beauty parlor, because we have so many student relatives who are coming to stay with us. I thought of raising the house so that the lower level was made for the students who cook their own food. It was then another business for me, or they pay for their lodging. Eliseo was employed. Oh, we're in the 3rd page. Okay, Eliseo was employed in the forestry. He was always away from home on field work when children were in the elementary grades. We have poultry at the backyard. The highest number of white leghorn layers were 600.
Wow.
We gathered eggs 2 times a day, filling 2 pails each time. We also tried to have a small piggery. We bought some ducklings and had some pond for drinking.
Band for drink.
Ew. Gotta edit that too.
Well, okay, wrong spelling then.
Wrong word.
Minus 1. We tried to raise a couple of turkeys but failed, for they destroyed all our plants. All this failed. Okay. All this failed because we needed more space for such enterprise. I also bought goats, but when we left for Manila, I don't know what happened.
don't know what happened.
Okay, it's confirmed. We don't know what happened. We bought a farm in Baggao, Cagayan, which was planted with coconuts and fruit trees and bananas. It is still there at present. We do not know what happened now. Okay, the government owns it now. After the first son, Carleo, graduated from high school. Graduated from high school, he went to Manila to study. Papa was then assigned to the Manila office, that's for Bureau of Forestry. Then Eliseo Jr. joined them, and they rented a room, one of the university campus in UP. Then we were able to acquire a lot in Quezon City and build a house. It is still there. It's still there. And go visit. You know all the story and how we live as a family. So we can continue the story. The next chapter of the story will be by the children. Way back.
Winner! Yay, the winner!
Way back.
Favorite.
When your papa and I were in our teenage, we were chosen by old folks in the barrio to ride the float during our fiesta. There were inter-barrio contests in floats, and in the night there were zarzuelas. Zarzuelas in Ilocano. We were participants with your pa as our elder brother with May. The end.
Yay!